We amplify people's voices through photography. We give them new ways of seeing and of being seen, new ways of connecting with their community, and new ways of advocating for themselves and for their community through photography.
What I've noticed is with middle age and also some high school, you're surrounded by adults that kind of treat you like a child. And I think this way they understand that they have something, what you feel is correct, just find a way to express it and to lay it out for someone that may not understand.
I just want to let them know, like, this is something that you can do, especially as a woman of color. You know, I've found in my experience, I don't tend to see a lot of women of color in the industry. So the fact that I'm someone who is in the industry, and to let these kids know, like, this is an avenue that you can take. You know, this is something that you can do, and especially being a creative and being able to creatively express yourself, it's just like, it's so important because these kids go through so much, coming from different neighborhoods and going through just the world.
So when we come into class, sometimes I leave the floor open for students to tell me, what do you guys feel about what's going on in the news today? Is there something going on in the world that we should all discuss? From politics and women's rights and gun control, all of those things. It is important, it is surrounding them. So I want to know how they feel. It affects all of us, it affects me as a teacher. I want them to feel it's a safe place for us to be able to speak. Because then after you let that out, show me how you can take that emotion and take photos of your community of maybe what would be helpful to fix. How could you fix something physically if you can't fix the world?
It helps me to see differently, to see the photographs that other people make of their own worlds. They see differently by making the photographs, and I see differently by looking at their photographs.
Like, the way a picture looks can tell, like, how somebody is feeling or how you can feel based off looking at the picture.
I like this one, but I like the one right after.
It's like I said, like, with more of paying attention of my environment and seeing how different it is from when you actually like sit there and look at it, than rather just like walk straight past it and not pay any mind to it.
I'm really glad that I did this program, and that I'm glad I got my hands on a piece of equipment that can help me express what it is that's in my head.
A new way to communicate with people, to really show the world through their own eyes and say, here's what I see and how I see it, and I don't even need words to show you. And they connect with people that they meet on the street. Photographing on the streets in New York, we take people outside, they're dealing with strangers in ways that they never really encountered strangers before.
I thought maybe like crowds like with big groups of like mainly men, to be honest. Like I always taught to like stay away from like where there's big groups of people in general to, you know, keep safe and stuff. But now like I see like it's not as scary as I thought it was. Like there's more celebration going on than really any like illegal activity or anything like that.
My hope for people who go through Josephine Herrick Project programs is that they will find a new way of relating to the world and relating to themselves. And it'll spark something in them that they didn't know that they had before, didn't know that they had a way to express before.